associate with quality. Quality is about quality control is one of the most important aspect of successful production process. Okay, for this slide, we talk about vendor, and we can see the table show that the manufacturer or as a supplier, or we call vendor, has improved and achieved technical skill in managing and operating production, and reducing the level of damage, testing product for quality, and repairing and maintaining machine. Here we go to another slide. Okay, in this slide, the table show about export, and for this slide is we talk about performance in Malaysia, and we can see there are three type of subsector. First, motor vehicle, motorcycle, and components and parts. And we can see the year that we export in 2014, 2015, and 2016. Okay, we go to the next slide. And for this table, it's also about performance, and this table show about imports, and this table show the same subsector that we export and the same year we import, right? And we go to the domestic market segment. First, we go to the production. In this segment, we can see there are four type. First, total. Second, passenger car. Third, commercial vehicle. And four, motorcycle. And you can see the year from 2013 to 2016, that units that have production. Okay, for this slide is talk about sale, and we can see it's same from production table, and we can see the units that have we sell from passenger car, commercial vehicle, and motorcycle. Right. Okay, for this last slide is the table show about the employment. The employment is based on monthly manufacturing survey conducted by DOS. DOS is a short name of Department of Statistics. And now I will pass the next slide to my friends. Right, thank you.
In this presentation, I'm going to present to you the working calculation. CP means process capability and CPK means process capability index. Both are used to measure the capacity of a process in the short term. The higher the sigma level, the better the process. Process capability index. CP and CPK. Number 1. Process capability, CP. This is defined as the tolerance width divided by the total process spread. CP shows the distribution of variation found in a process. The image below shows the calculation of process capability. Number 2. Process capability index, CPK. This is the capability index which accounts for centering of process and is defined as the minimum of CPK upper and CPK lower. CPK is measure of the process performance capability. CPK indicates the shifting of the process from the target value or mean value. The image below shows the calculation of process capability index, CPK. Next, calculation of machine hour capacity. The first step is to understand and calculate the machine clock capacity at the factory. For example, a factory that has 100 machines and factory workers use machines from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. for 12 hours a day, then its capacity will be 12 times 100, which reaches 1,200 hours of machinery. Next, production capacity calculation. When there is a mix of product present to calculate the production capacity, then it can get more complicated. For example, apart from producing a unit of product which takes 30 minutes a day, the manufacturing facility also makes a product B which takes 15 minutes or 0.25 hours on one machine for one unit. In this case, the number of units multiplied by 0.5 plus the number of units of product B increased by 0.25. Therefore, at 1,200 machine hours, one combination of production will be either 2,400 units per day or 4,800 of product B per day. Next, example of production capacity. A company is in the manufacturing of shirts. Now, let us consider that it has 100 machines and takes 1 hour to produce one shirt. The same machine are also able to manufacture buttons that require 10 minutes or 0.16 hour to produce one button. The machine works from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., 10 hours per day. Therefore, the machine hours capacity is number 1. Total number of machine utilization hours times number of machine. Number 2. 100 times 10. Number 3. Machine hour capacity equals to 1,000 hour. Production capacity. With a single product, total machine hours time required to produce one unit of product 1,000 or one shirt takes 1 hour equals to 1,000 shirts. For multiple products, total machine hours times required to produce one unit of product equals 1,000 or 0.16 equals to 5,998 buttons. So the machine can either produce 1,000 shirts or 5,998 buttons. The conclusion for this presentation is the success story of Malaysia in producing automobiles should be the pride of all nations. The automobile industry is a prestigious one and mostly dominated by big nations, particularly the United States, Europe, and Japan. Hence, the ability of Malaysia to start and develop the automobile industry proves that our country has the potential to participate and compete in any economic activity which is naturally controlled by non-Muslim countries. A large portion of the local automobile production, more than 80%, is catered for the domestic market, whilst the rest, less than 20% of both passenger and commercial vehicle, is exported, calculated from MITI 1999. To a certain extent, a small proportion of the domestic demands have to be met by the import of either used, reconditioned, or new CPU vehicles. The export of Malaysian automobile is mainly for passenger rather than commercial commercial vehicle. Malaysia has become a car manufacturer for Proton and Proda, and business had grown rapidly. The foreign companies such as Delphi Automotive System, TRW, ZF, Continental, Bosch, and Nippon Wiper bled, while local companies such as APM Automotive, Sapura, Deloitte, and Ingress Company opened up their factory in Malaysia to supply the automotive components that needed by the local manufacturer. Meanwhile, exporting automotive products to Asian countries such as China and Thailand, which is major number of products being exported, contributes a high number in economy of Malaysia. That's all for this presentation. Thank you.